So Silentrooms live, and we've been lucky enough to have Harley-Davidson in Southampton open up the shop just to do this interview. And I have to say, it's pretty damn shiny in here, isn't it?
I've never seen so many very, very expensively assembled things lined up in one place. I was saying actually earlier on, I've never ever been so careful as to not trip over, drop anything, or cause any kind of damage or spillage ever. But we are here at Harley-Davidson in Southampton with the awesome Novatones. If you don't know who the Novatones are, it's punk, rock, indie. I saw somewhere someone described you as well-dressed punk.
Not anymore.
We were about 6 when we said that, and not no more.
One line that did tickle me though, I'm going to read this straight off my sheet. A band whose songwriting is fueled by real life, not candy floss Love Island bullshit.
I think Paul's got hold of our Facebook.
That's genuinely a line straight off your website.
You have to look into it.
We have no control over that website, so
I think it sums it up pretty well.
Who owns the website then?
our manager.
Oh right, so he likes the candy floss Love Island.
Well, yeah, I've got credit where credit's due.
Is he just hitting, trying to get a gig on the? Is it Love Island?
Maybe we'll take anything we can get.
Yeah, holiday, wouldn't it?
That's a reality show, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a good one either.
Okay. We won't care for that.
So the achievements that you've had at the moment, some of the places that you've played, they're big old places. Victoria's Festival in Pompey, Common People, round the corner on Southampton Common. It's a wicked festival. It's run by the same people that do festival, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. The one that did blow my mind, you played last year, 2016, on the Big Top at Isle of Wight Festival.
We did, yeah.
Yes.
That was.
Yes, we did.
What was that like? That must have been insane.
That was unbelievable. It was like the Sunday morning after the Who.
Yeah. It wasn't
Fully
a very
agree.
good slot. Well, I mean, obviously, this sounds really ungrateful. It was just like, one very good slot. It was 12 o'clock, wasn't it? 12 o'clock Sunday morning.
Fully expected
as well.
Yeah, fully expected everyone to just
everyone's
be like.
hanging out there. What's the language like on this?
Hanging out their ass.
Everyone's hanging out their asses, and basically we were like, no one's going to come and watch us. No one's going to come and watch us, and we literally walked out
But it was
to a round of applause.
Yeah, about 20 minutes before we meant to go on, we looked out and I think I saw my mum and dad out there.
Yeah.
Only two people. And then we went out and there was loads of people there.
Yeah.
And by the end of our set, there was people singing the words, weren't there, just by themselves. Singing back our own song that we read.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
There's a video on YouTube, isn't there, of that, and you can see that we're all just like completely buzzing off that, and
Blown away, mate. I think I'm still buzzing off it now.
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
year.
How long was your set?
It was half an hour, was it?
Yeah, it was
half
only
an hour.
half an hour.
Honestly, it felt like we walked on, hit a chord, and then walked off.
Yeah.
There was like literally no room to sort of take it in. There's only when we come off stage, I don't think we've. That was just.
Yeah.
I can't remember a lot of it.
It was huge.
It felt like a turning point for us, didn't it?
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah, it really did,
But it was like wow. The whole weekend was great fun because we how many stickers did we order?
Was it not 1,500?
No, 5,000.
It was 5,000. It was 5,000 stickers.
Yeah, we made
So
5,000 stickers with our
It was a
set
good thing on
time.
Sunday, because we spent the whole entire time just sticking stickers.
Yeah, we used to
wherever.
like-
And then you watch Sky Arts when Isle of Wight Festival, and honestly, you just saw stickers everywhere.
They were at, they were at Glastonbury that year as well.
Yeah,
weren't they?
all the
that's-
fences
we were
got
everywhere.
used at other festivals, and people would send us photos, and they'd be at some random festival, and they'd be like, "There's a Novatones." The fencing, which is it was great. It was good fun.
But you mentioned about it being well received as well by that crowd, and I think the fan base, in my opinion, the fan base that you have are super passionate people.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've seen footage. I mean, I think the video for Living for the Weekend kind of sums it up perfectly.
That's going back some time.
It's going back some time.
We're not living for the weekend as much anymore.
No, that's what people
We're more like
care.
two kids in a mortgage now, but
But the crowd that you
That's
pull
not
in,
our crowd. Our crowd like to come along and have a drink and basically have a good time.
which I think is about what you're involved with, what you're about. You're about
Yeah,
going
we're
back
not-
to
we're
your
not-
real life, not Love Island
we're
bullshit
not-
or whatever it was.
we're not political, activists, or we're not writing songs about Margaret Thatcher.
I don't think anyone is
Is that because it's not the 1980s?
Yeah, you still see people
A lot
flagging
of
on
people
about
do
stuff
it,
like
and
that.
they don't know what they're talking about, do
Yeah.
they? But they sing
Yeah.
about it anyway.
Yeah.
We
We-
don't even try.
Yeah, we don't even try to. We don't have a clue about
We're
it.
not privileged, but we've all got pretty, I mean, the dramas in our life are literally what we write about, and it's normally just about
The missus.
just growing up.
The
and-
missus. Always the missus doing the best action I've ever seen.
I'm not gonna answer that one.
You get in trouble here.
Yeah, no. Our stuff is predominantly, literally, like every song is about a real story that's happened to us. Except Daddy didn't know. We don't actually know a stripper that got killed by some creepy guy.
No, we don't know.
Is that because you're on camera, or because you actually do know the story?
Say the real story when they're shut up.
That was a news article we read when we couldn't think of what the right
was.
wasn't it?
It was
about
a news article,
strippers, the increasing amount of students that turn to stripping
And then we decided
to fund their fees.
That makes sense.
We turned it really dark at the end.
Yeah, and then
then
we
we-
ended up killing her.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, it's a
did.
pretty dark end. Well, we didn't know.
We didn't
kill anyone, by the way. But yeah, that's where it
So-
went.
So guys, going forward, you've already got a few dates in 2018
Yes.
sorted, one of which particularly caught my eye. You're playing on the 30th of June, a festival in Norway.
Yeah.
How the hell did that come about?
Is
Is
it
that
in hell?
something-
Is it in hell? Because there's a place in Norway called Hell.
Really?
Yeah, it's frozen over.
Nice.
Just want to put that out there. Which is now coming.
Blimey.
I'm sure. Yeah, no, I mean, we know very little about that. We know very little about that. We just know we're playing at a nice festival, some rock festival, with a lot of punk bands, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Um,
I mean, is that something that, of course, that's a great thing to be doing, going somewhere as far afield as Norway? It's not your pub around the corner anymore.
no, I mean, it's a big achievement. It's going to be great, apart from the fact that I'm petrified of flying.
Really?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Really?
Shite.
So much so that
Oh no.
So much so that I was best man at his wedding, and he had his stag do in Amsterdam, and they all flew there, and I had to get the coach with these two. And it
Got
took
the
us
coach.
17 hours each way.
There's a boat to Norway, isn't there? It'd be a bit of a journey.
Maybe, I don't
No,
know.
I think it's a bit further
Icebreaker.
than Amsterdam. My geography's not great, but I mean, 17 hours to Amsterdam it made me realise that I'd rather just get on a plane, I think. So, yeah, no, it should be good. It should be good fun.
So where are people going to be able to see you in 2018? We mentioned earlier about your gigs being very high tempo.
First one's Jordan.
Where
I've
can
played
we
at
see you?
Jordan's in a long time, and we're doing a homecoming one on the 19th of January. Yes.
Yeah, check it out.
Join us.
It's lovely ruined like the message with my man boobs.
They accentuated it. People can see the support.
That's right, yeah.
And I mean, you've got these gigs as well on the board. You're releasing new material
Yeah.
come January.
Yeah.
A single called "Why Don't You Listen to Me," which it's based on the music. Is it based on the music industry? Would that be a fair way of saying it?
It was written by all of us, so sort of like a full band effort. As just it wrote itself pretty much, didn't
Yeah.
it? We just got back from Isle of Wight Festival, and we played the hard rock stage this year. And I sound like I'm bragging here, but I'm not. But we had the biggest crowd of the hard rock stage for the whole weekend, and there was literally photos of it all on Facebook, blah blah blah. And we got back, and I remember the actual Hard Rock Cafe London done a post about their stage at the weekend, and we just see this notification go up. Well, we didn't get a notification, but on their page it goes up, and it said, "What a brilliant weekend at Isle of Wight Festival," and then credited all of like sort of the signed bands and the cool bands that played the stage. And then they posted 8 photos. 7 of them 8 photos was us playing and the crowd. And
no
we were
way.
just like, what? And you can't even mention us. And we were furious. And we just normally when we practice, we start just jamming a song, don't we? Plug in, just start playing. And it was literally twice over we played it, and it's pretty much as it is now. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
the second time round was like the version that's just
That
been
is what
recorded.
it is,
Yeah.
So we played it twice. It wasn't like we sat there and gone, you done that. Everyone just knew what they were doing. I didn't, you were doing your guitar, bass, drums, and me and Joel were sort of doing this harmony thing on the choruses, and it just worked. And yeah, it's almost sort of written in a way as well to sort of cater to the golden sort of pop market music.
Right.
Oh, the mass-produced bollocks.
It needs to be snappy, it needs to be quick,
Yeah,
it needs to be gurgitated.
Any more than 4
repetitive
chords and it's
chorus.
too complicated.
Yeah,
and,
It kind of just did it by accident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it almost sort of takes the mickey out of itself. But
did you loop everything as well? Because that seems to be done, isn't it? A bit of, well,
There's-
3 chords, loop that, loop the
Pretty
drum
much,
kit.
Kind of, yeah.
there's a lot of repetition in it,
Yeah.
and
a lot of sort of synth in it as well. Weird new avenues are going down. And
yeah, definitely a new.
Go from writing like proper 3-chord punk to
Yeah.
like sitting in the studio going, which sample would sound better on this bit? It's just so strange. Just sat there for hours.
So
going,
I've never
"Oh,
done
I don't
before,
know."
have we?
So the industry, this track you've done it. You're going to play it. Are you going to play it for us?
Who did it?
Who was it?
I think so. We try it.
Yeah, we definitely try it.
We're gonna
Yeah,
try it.
yeah,
I don't accuse it.
No, I mean it is what it is. But so lyrically, is it literally just stabbing at this whole the way the plastic that the force fed plastic
It's very
is?
different lyrically for us in the fact that we normally just like tell a story, and when I say we tell a story, unlike your standard sort of rhyming words that could mean anything, we normally directly tell a story as it was, sort of as it happened. But this is different lyrically, isn't it? It's, I mean, it's just a few lines in each part, and you can sort of make of it what you want. But if you sort of get the premise of the song, you can associate it with what we're trying to sort of hit at. And it's very much the way that we get ignored, and also not written in a way that we think we're amazing. We think the music industry should be looking at us, but the way music industry is with bands as a whole. I mean, we play and we see countless amounts of gigs and great bands that work so hard and are so good, and they don't get the recognition they deserve.
No, they don't.
It's frustrating.
I mean, a lot of people don't realise why I've done this show. I've been in the studio doing production-wise and stuff like that, and eventually got into a label. And I've known some seriously big people from the old industry through the sort of the Aron collective. I've got one of my greatest friends who's no longer with us, a guy called Roger Pope, who's the drummer of Aron and did lots of things. Really inspired me to do stuff. And I got this label. Sorry, I need more beer. Yeah, I took this. I took some artists on, and it just seems to me like it's you're under controlled by being underneath this horrible block of like people just making money, making plastic product, and constantly churning, and we're underneath this sort of system trying to bounce around, and we're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realise that when they're listening to the radio, what they think they like is they're actually a big fan of the marketing that has been created.
Yeah, exactly that. I
Big
believe
is-
it's firm believer of
If you're
that.
told something's good, something's
Yeah,
big, then
you listen to something enough, there'll be memories created whilst you listen to that,
Yeah.
and then eventually you'll want to buy that chin. That's exactly how that.
I completely agree with that.
especially if it's
wholeheartedly.
pushed in your face.
If we were churned out, or a number of bands from Southampton alone were churned out on the radio daily enough, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have you sat there
People
and
would
found
buy it.
yourself singing "We Are the Cheeky Girls"?
Not many times since I was about to That's the worst example you could have thought of.
Can we edit that, please? but as an extreme example, you know, you
only know where
sometimes
you're
hum
coming from,
stuff
though.
that you can't bear, but for some reason, radio has stuck it in your head, and as you say, and as you refer to, people need to be told what to listen to, what is good, and if you're not getting played on the radio, rather than see this giant brick wall that there is that stops musicians getting past this point, they just see it as, you're obviously not good enough.
Yeah, that's it. The one, whether you're a musician or whether you have a business or anything like that, anything that you have to rely on the populace to jump on. It becomes difficult because I've got a bit of a saying: to be popular, you have to be popular, and that's the only way you can do it in the music industry. Is you've got to be popular for people to latch onto you. I mean, one of my artists, I mean, when I paid thousands to get him plugged by radio and all that, and the BBC music guy who was in charge of all this said he really liked him, but he said, why do I have to put him on instead of Ed Sheeran today? And we're like, sorry, you like him? He goes, yeah, but he's not popular enough. He hasn't got a story, so why should I take off Ed Sheeran and replace him with it? One of the things I thought, well, Ed Sheeran gets played about 6 times in 1 hour. I'm sure there's plenty of room for one new artist. And how the hell is anyone supposed to be popular if everyone thinks like that? It's like if it's like with any musician, if you're selling a CD in a little box because you just done a gig and you ask someone, can you buy my CD? And they say, yeah, I really liked your stuff. How much is your CD? £7. Ooh, that's a bit too much. But I like you on Facebook, But if that person rocked up with Coldplay tomorrow, suddenly like, oh yeah, I'll buy your CD. It's like, can't you think for yourself?
No, yeah, exactly.
It's just annoying.
But if you took away the public, the hype that Coldplay's got, and then stuck Coldplay in say joiner's venue, and no one knew nothing about them, and then they said, can you have £7 for your CD? You're probably not, mate.
U2 did something quite similar years and years ago. They did their own warm-up and they got booed off. Their own gig. Yeah, I'm sure it was U2. Yeah, they dressed up and just done some other different type of music and they got booed off.
There you go.
It shows you the blindness of what people are like with music. You literally just throw something on and people will just instantly disregard it without probably sitting there and listening to it.
Yeah, and not everyone obviously is like that, but it just seems a popular attitude towards it because of, John Peel was a great person. He would literally walk into a live venue like that band and tomorrow it'd be played on the radio, but they're not allowed to do that. A friend of mine worked for the BBC, sadly passed away, one of the original pirate DJs. And he liked what I was giving him, and he said, "I'm not allowed to play it anymore. We're not in control of that. We get told what to play."
Yeah, our companies are.
Top brass is top brass now, isn't it? They just.
Yeah, that's it. So you have to, unless you've got 10 grand to line a DJ's pocket and get you the artist of the week.
But there's no guarantee you're going to make that back, is there?
That's it. Yeah. That's
we get our Spotify sales through at the end of the month and iTunes sales. It's just depressing.
It's so depressing.
You look at it, you're like, we've got 10,000 streams this month, lads, and it's like, it says we've only got $10.
Yeah, we actually get excited if it gets over $10.
Yeah.
Over $10.
We get like 0.1 pence every time someone downloads it.
I've got the list of mine.
Who gets the rest of this?
I think I've looked at that list that we get monthly about 3 times, and each time I'm just like, I'm never looking at this again.
Yeah.
I just stopped now. I just can't do it.
Yeah, might as well wait till you're 60 and then look at it.
Exactly. Look back and
buy a beer. Go shopping now.
To be fair, that is still how I look at it.
It's just hard because as a band we want to be able to make a bit of money to be able to record more tracks.
Well, as you stated, you need to fund it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it costs a lot of money to fund
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. We spent a couple of days in Real Web Studio, which cost an awful amount of money.
Yeah.
And whilst it was a great experience, it skimmed us out.
Yeah.
The band account was completely dry after that. So we had no money then to promote, which you really need to do to promote
Most
what
important.
you've done in the studio, and it was just a waste of money.
Yeah.
And,
it's about 10k minimum, isn't it, to make an album?
yeah.
And then you need 10k to get your PR right.
Yeah.
And then another 10k to try and boost it.
It's just all a money game, really.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Well, I think I read something recently, like most singles that are number one have normally had around about £200,000 spent on them.
Yeah. Yes.
In total. And how can you compete with that?
No, that's it.
How can you compete with that? You can't.
No, but we just keep doing what we're doing, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll make
just
it.
try and write the music that is true to you, and then hopefully people will actually relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do it because we think we're going to get famous. We do it because
You love it.
yeah, we enjoy it. When you go to our Light Festival, you play the Big Top, and then some song we wrote in Planet Sounds in Southampton, and you've got 5,000 people singing it to you.
Yes.
That's what's special.
Totally.
It's a bit special. That is. That's what pays it, really. Isn't
Yeah, and that's why we keep coming back. There's many days when we travel up north to Manchester to play some terrible gig. And we're driving home in silence.
I'm doing it. I'm trying to tell that.
One of us, and one of us will quit. Yeah, one of us will quit, and then we'll say, "Yeah, I'm not doing it anymore either." And then
I'll just sleep.
Yeah. Next week, the fight's over and we'll be back. And then, you sort of remember why you do it.
There's just countless stories of, like, coming home from a gig in silence. First person to speak. Sheffield. We did a gig. So we drove from Southampton to Glasgow to do a gig. That day.
That was a great gig.
That was a really good gig. Really good. Played in. Was it King Tut's?
7.5.
Was it King Tut's to be playing?
No, it was.
No, King Tut's.
Was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
They played
a venue in Glasgow.
King Tut's in Glasgow, and then the promoter of the venue took us out, and so we all went out, and then we went back to the hotel and woke up absolutely hanging.
Smashed.
Then we had to drive to Sheffield the next day. So we drove from Glasgow to Sheffield to play a gig that night. Got there, it was like a big sort of community of musicians. And there was loads of really cool people playing, and like we were all sat there going, "These guys are really good. These are really good." And everyone's like,
There were a fair amount of people there as well watching them, weren't there?
50, 60 people, real sort of grassroots venue, quite nice. And then we took the stage, and the sound man walked out. No one, literally no one. We got about 3 songs in, and then I just sort of looked. I was like, "What's going on?" I looked over, and Anthony had already packed his guitar away. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, we're going." Sweet.
What was it? We all got in the car, and you was out there.
Yeah, I was out there chatting to someone.
We watched all these bands, and they all just pissed off and just went away and didn't bother to watch it.
Way too nice.
And then he was walking out, and then some guy had the audacity to say to him, "You were brilliant, mate. You were brilliant." And he's going, "Oh, thanks, mate." And I literally opened the car door. We got in the car, and we did. I think we got all the way from Sheffield. I don't think we did
It's 3
until we
hours.
got to Oxford.
That's it,
Anyone
from
actually
Sheffield to
spoke
Oxford.
a single word on that journey home.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty depressing.
I think the first words that were said as well was either me or you. So like, that wasn't very good, was it? no, it wasn't.
That was about 4 years ago.
I drove all the way
3
there.
years ago.
Yeah, it was, and all the way back, and then it was like, forced me to drive home, but everyone just wanted to go home. We went to stay in a hotel, and we got back at like 4 in the morning. I think Mackenzie's the last one left in the van, and he's like, "I can't find my Zippo light," and I was like, "Get out of the car." I'll give it to you later.
I still never got it back.
That was a horrible night.
That was probably the worst thing in the world. But then we still got up the next morning, and none of us really, like, obviously we all have that sort of, "I'm not doing it anymore." We get up the next morning, we're just like, "Yeah, when's the next one then, lads?" It doesn't kill you that much. Like, it obviously doesn't kill you enough.
So for people that want to discover your music, where's the best to find them? Obviously you've got a YouTube channel that has all your videos on.
Yep.
Where can people discover you guys?
Everywhere that music is.
Yeah,
Spotify, iTunes,
Facebook.
Yeah. Are we on Amazon Music? Are we on that?
We're on every single
on
possible
every
form
platform
of digital
we're
music platform, and we have a website, www.thenovatones.co.uk.
So
Yeah,
buy the albums
please.
and then stream
Yeah,
them.
make sure. Don't stream. Buy.
No, buy the albums and stream them.
To be fair, you do both.
And
Stream them.
stream them,
Yeah, I buy them.
Listen
I
to
buy
them
them now. I buy the CD or buy the vinyl,
Yeah.
and then I go to like the Apple Music, and then I add it to my thing. So then Apple can keep paying.
There we go.
And I've got the album still,
There
and
we
I can
go.
read it, and I can put it in my collection. Because one of the big things that this show is about the record collector and showing off like your vinyl collection or CD collection. Because I just love. You can tell so much about a person when you walk into the house and you see their collection, can't you?
Yeah.
You see the cheeky girls and you know you walk away.
Exactly that. Mine is quite shocking too.
I should have brought one.
Oh, maybe we should do a cheeky girls cover.
I don't think they're going to be up for it.
Anyway, we got to wrap this up because this is going. We could talk bloody forever. I think you should come back on the show anyway and do some.
We'd love to have
actual
you.
music.
Love to, yeah.
Try and do a little jam in here anyway for that new song, the ripping apart the old industry that we have to walk about. So, but yeah.
Thanks very much for coming on, guys. Seriously.
Thanks for having us.
Cool. I hope you enjoyed the day. Oh, and we need you to sign the old teapot. We've got Band of Skulls and Brews and
Band of Skulls.
did Sean do
My
it?
name's going to be with Band of Skulls.
Yeah, so there's the here's the Sharpie and go nuts. You know, anywhere you like, you know, as long as it fits.
We're giving you the pen. Are you signing it? You're signing it to you?
Did we sign it each or?
Yeah, all of you.
Yeah, and sign it as the band as
Yeah,
well. You know.
Novatones,
Yeah, you take over that.
Where's the lid?
Top there.
Yeah, whilst I do that, thanks very much again, guys. We've got to wrap this up. If you want to check out some high-tempo, raw and real music that isn't Candy Floss Love Island bullshit, check out Novatones. You certainly won't regret it. Check us out as well on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Ping us a message on Twitter. Let us know what you guys think, and we'll hopefully see you again.
I've got an idea. When they're on the show, we should get a candy floss machine in. just throwing it out.
So thanks very much, guys. See you soon.
Adios.
It's so bleeding.